Hi, I'm Patty.
I'm Kim Michelle.
And I'm Jill. Welcome to our podcast. It's a great day to talk.
Because honestly, what day isn't a great day to talk?
So join us in our conversation.
A Great Day to Talk is brought to you by St. George Design, offering complete website design, social media management, search engine optimization, Google and Facebook ad management, and many other digital and print marketing services. stgeorgedesign.com. And by Richardson Brothers Custom Homes, third-generation builders who have been building custom homes in southern Utah for over 25 years. They will take your dream home from concept to completion. Contact richardsonbrothers.com. The April Gates Group and Zion Canyon Real Estate have been specializing in helping southern Utah clients buy and sell property for over 18 years. We can help you too. Call or text April today. 435-632-8869. 435-632-8869.
Hello, our dear friends. Oh my goodness, what was that? Hello. That special hello was our dear friend. But before we get back to our dear friend Kim Michelle and I, our dear friend, yours and mine.
Yeah.
I just want to say hello and welcome to the day after Love Day, which...
So no love today.
No.
The day after.
Today is the day after. However, I still celebrated Love Day with my opposite period today because let's just be frank. My opposite. So like yesterday was Love Day, right? And I call it Love Day because as I tell my students, it's not just for icky couples. It's for everybody. Yeah. And then I thought, why does only B-Day get to celebrate Love Day? Because I had brought like tons of sugar cookies and frosting and sprinkles and such. So, it was Love Day today. So I say it's the day after Love Day, but it's really day two of Love Day. Yeah. So happy Love Day, my loves.
I'm just happy to be back.
Day 2 of Love Day.
It's our special Patty that we love so much.
Yay! We're so happy you're here, Patricia. We missed you so much.
So much.
Yay, Sean. Thank you. Perfect. It's true. And we're so happy. To my right is my adorable redhead sassy pants that I love so much.
Sassy pants.
Ms. Patricia. And to the right of Ms. Patricia is my other lovely brunette sassy pants.
Yeah. Sassier.
Kim Michelle.
You're sassier.
Oh my goodness. I couldn't be with
so
two
happy.
of my most
happy.
favorite sasses.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
We're so glad to be here together. We're going to write this date down. We're so glad to have you with us and listening in wherever you are and whatever date it is, dear friends. And
if you're listening live, please comment. We love to hear.
Yeah,
We love to see what you write.
yes, please, please.
Even though we don't see them and answer them, we still love it.
Yes,
Right.
because it helps us to know, and we love just... We just love to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, Scott Pullen, our singular listener. We love your comments.
Diane's out there.
And
I know.
Stephanie Diatter.
Yep,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Tracy,
I don't know her.
Tracy's out there. You're Tracy Diatter. Yeah. And hopefully Judd's on there.
Sometimes my son-in-law, Austin.
Yeah.
And Christian sometimes too.
Sometimes Christian, my other son. Yeah.
So those are our live listeners.
Not that we're counting, but we just named you off.
Right.
So we kind of are.
Right. So that's free advertisement for you as a human being. The rest of our listeners, we love that you come when you can. Thank you for coming and joining us. And so with that, I have to tell you. Well, go ahead.
Go ahead. You
go.
first.
No,
you first.
no,
I'm going to go second.
No.
Oh my gosh. Stop it already.
Okay. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
It's good to see you and hear you. And
It's good to be seen. Thank you.
You're welcome. I do want to send out a little shout out to all of our dear significant people in our lives and say we love you. Happy Valentine's Day yesterday, but I call that Love Day.
Yeah.
And not just those significant others, but those immediate people right in our circle that see us and live with us on the daily and see our good, bad, and the ugly.
And still love us.
Still love us for that. So we love you guys too.
Yeah.
Miss Kitty, Ethan's girlfriend is going to be here today, and I'm so excited.
Oh,
so
yay.
a shout out to her and all the shout outs. So just all the love to all of our friends and family.
A quick shout out to two of our sponsors who are involved in the Parade of Homes.
Yes.
And all of those this weekend is President's Weekend. Friday starts the Parade of Homes. So be kind to all the people that are in our
Community visiting.
Community visiting.
Crazy.
Yes.
Slow down.
Crazy.
Yep.
Drive safe.
Yep.
And understand that they're so excited to get out of their horrible weather and come and enjoy, well,
And
our
they're
horrible
looking-
weather right now.
Right.
But
most of the people are trying to find an address, and there's nothing worse than not knowing where you're going and knowing people behind you are flipping you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
be kind and let it roll.
Yeah.
Let it go.
let it roll.
Yeah.
And
Let
we're
it
kind of
roll.
talking about,
Let it
the
roll.
power of vanity
Yeah.
on this podcast. And actually, Parade of Homes is kind of the vanity of St. George.
It is the vanity
when we
project of
talk
St.
about
George.
it,
I
yeah.
love that connection.
I love it. I love it actually because it is an opportunity for St. George to really amp it up, right?
The
to put on
best
its
of the
best
best.
red lipstick and
Yes.
really show what it is that we have to offer as an entire community. So, Patty, I know that your husband and Richardson Homes, who's
Yes.
one of our longtime sponsors,
Yep.
has a home in the parade.
Yep.
So
I
why
can't
don't
wait to
you
go see.
just kind of give us? I know it's always our favorite.
Yep.
Why don't you? No bias there at all. But why don't you give us just a little bit of a rundown around what the parade is for those people who have not been there and who might live in Canada and who are going to beeline it to St. George this weekend.
So, the Parade of Homes is awesome because it's such an
So
opportunity for
fabulous.
all the custom home builders in our community to show off their talents and their creativity and all of the innovations that are available today and how to lower your electrical bill and lower your,
All the
because you've
extras.
insulated
Yeah.
this, and so your electrical bill is
Yes.
going to be this, or your as green as possible. What about landscape? How can we use less water but still have a beautiful landscape? Because Southern Utah uses more water, obviously, because we're the hottest area in Utah. But we have a real
We're vain,
we
so we're hot.
have a huge water
Deficit.
issue in St. George. So with that, it's kind of fun. A lot of times homeowners have budgets that are larger than they would normally have. And so in that case, they get to showcase, what you can do with a few $1 million.
Yeah. It's just
And
phenomenal.
a lot of that is pipe dreams. It's a pipe dream for me
Yes.
because I don't live in a home. We've been in our house for over 20 years this summer.
Well,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
Richardson
Built
Homes
your
built
home.
our home
Yeah.
21 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yep.
And that just goes to say what the quality is.
Their
that
home
we
is
are
still
there.
standing.
It's- we still love it so
Yeah,
much.
and we're actually doing a remodel right now on our backyard and our master bedroom, and we've done some remodels throughout, which are the nightmare. Don't do a remodel; just move out.
No, don't. 'Cause that's what we want
Move
to do.
out. Let someone do a remodel. Know that it's going to cost more and take more time than you thought. But anyway, the home show not only supports the builders, but our community with hotels,
absolutely.
with Airbnbs, with restaurants, and so we really need to cater or welcome the visitors because it's a
Absolutely.
livelihood in Southern Utah.
And everybody enjoys what comes from the tax.
Everyone benefits
local
from
taxes from
that.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I know in the past to buy a home show ticket was like $12.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean,
that's ridiculous.
it's like
it
a
might,
movie ticket.
It might be 20 now.
Yeah.
Might be $20, but still over 30,000 people walk through all of
These
walk
homes.
through the homes.
Yeah.
And the best thing you can do as a home show goer is follow the protocol for whoever's home it is. Our home is the home Riley and Rick built is for a homeowner. So he's going to live in that house afterward.
Yeah.
And
How
30
gracious to open their home.
Yes, and 30,000 people want to walk through his home. So he has the right to say, we only no shoes, please.
Yes.
and
Put
wear
booties
socks.
And
socks.
please be respectful
Yeah,
and don't
touch everything.
all
Don't
the
open
things.
the fridge. Don't lick the walls.
because it happens.
Well, then I can't. What number is
Well,
that? Because I can't go.
You
see
can't.
It
I mean, if you can't lick the
wall.
walls,
That's
right?
the reason why I'm not allowed to pray to
You,
homes.
I know.
I used one of the bathrooms.
Sean, there was a restraining order against you.
I had Taco Bell that
So-
day. I'm sorry.
What location? What
So,
area is their home in this
Rick
year?
and Riley's Richardson Brothers Homes is in Sand Hollow Golf Course.
pretty.
Yeah.
Can't
That
wait.
little valley
Yeah.
area is so pretty.
I just can't wait.
Just the red rocks.
Against the green of the all of it. Yeah.
and then you turn around and there's Sand Hollow Reservoir.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. But
just beautiful. Yeah.
I know April Gates, another sponsor.
Yes.
Our
She
dear
has-
April.
Dear April.
She has listed a home with Ron Jensen and Sons, and he's a great builder. And her house is in Green Springs.
Love Green
If
Springs.
you drive through Green Springs, her house is up on the left.
Yeah.
I haven't been to it
That
yet.
would be on the west side of the Green Springs Drive,
course,
which is right near our dear friend Carrie's house.
yeah.
It's beautiful up there.
And then some other friends of ours, Slate Ridge Homes, Captain Jerry Holzapples.
Yep. Where's is out?
There is out in Hurricane at Copper Rock,
So
which
it's a
is
different
a golf
spot this year. 'Kay.
golf course. No, it was there last year. The last 2 years they've been in Copper Rock.
See, I
Yep.
thought they
Where-
were
a
new
still
golf
out
course
in
out
their
there.
original location.
At Stookie
Stookie,
Farms.
yeah.
No, they build a ton. They've built several
so
parade
great,
homes
you
at Stookie
guys.
Farms. Yeah.
Come to St. George
Yeah.
and see what we have and see.
It really is.
It really is spectacular. And
It's
honestly,
amazing.
you know, a lot of us aren't in those price ranges. And at the same time, a lot of us can just look at the craftsmanship and, like you said, the innovation and just
Well,
think,
and imagine, okay,
amazing.
I have that same nook in my house. So if I painted it
can
this
have
way, it would
that.
look
Yes.
bigger.
I
so
can have that.
Oh, I
That's
do that all the
vanity
time.
speaking. I can have that.
Yep.
I can have that.
I do
right?
that every.
Yeah,
Ask
I
Judd.
love it.
Judd, I do that every year.
yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
So I imagine that a lot of the homes are going to be a little more contemporary. I was at the mall today, the St. George Mall, and they have every house.
All
you
the
can get
big
your
poster
magazines at the
things.
mall, but they have the posters up,
Right.
and there were a couple 12,000 square foot homes.
Holy
And
mother of
I'm
mercy.
honestly, I'm like, you know what? I want a single wide when. Where like I can clean it in 30 minutes and I don't have room for people to stay.
Okay,
Well-
trust me, Patty is not living in a single wide. I'm just saying.
But
But
the idea
12,000 square feet.
is-
You have,
Okay, that's
okay. I need a
ginormous.
maid.
yeah,
I
if
need someone to.
If
You
have
just
a house,
have to dust.
Yeah, if
every
you have
day.
a house like that, then you
Can have
should
someone.
have them one like that.
Yeah.
But I really like
Well, and I
looking
think
at them.
everyone should have somebody clean their house.
It would be amazing,
Agreed.
right?
Yeah,
Agreed.
like honestly, if you're a working mom, if you're not a working mom, if you're stay home with kids, that's your job. That's harder
That's
than
a
going to
big
work.
job. Yep.
It was easier for me to go to work, but I just don't know why I didn't have someone clean my house when I was
Well,
younger.
yeah,
Because it
it's-
seems so frivolous and out there, and I'm like, I'm sure I wasted way more money
Yeah.
on something stupid.
No, but when you think of what, anyway, that's
Yeah.
a whole other podcast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
honestly, just the whole being on a single level,
Yeah.
and that's something that
Well, I know
Aging.
you have a second level.
Yeah, and our stairs
all
are
the homes
tricky.
are upstairs, or all the bedrooms are upstairs.
Yes.
We have a master on the downstairs on
We
the
do
main
too.
floor, and I'm
It's-
grateful for that.
that's-
But
it's a, I mean, that's a deal breaker for
Lifesaver.
us.
That's-
Yeah, if
yeah.
we had to go upstairs.
yeah,
I
that
wish
would
I
be-
figure out how to fix
I
that in our
I wish I could take the top level off of my house
and squish it on the
squish
main.
it down on the main floor and have
Yeah.
just a larger single.
A larger
That
branch.
I imagine that's like
Yeah.
an age-related wish.
Because when we built the house, we only had Ethan, who's now 22,
He was
almost
a
22,
tiny
and
baby.
we wanted to be on the same floor as
Yeah.
Oh,
the
that's why we
boys.
put
Yeah.
our kids upstairs because we
And-
did not.
Yeah, and we wanted
to
to
be on
make
the same
sure
floor.
that we were there to make sure. Additionally, I did not want to be on opposite floor of the laundry. I didn't want to take my laundry.
Yeah.
We were at the time bedrooms upstairs, and the laundry was designed to be downstairs. And I'm like, no, that
No.
just seems
No,
ridiculous.
because the laundry would just land on the stairs the whole
Right.
time, and
Yeah,
people
right.
would walk past it.
So we switched things around and put the laundry upstairs, and so now it's like, oh gosh, because I feel it in my knees. already.
Yeah.
But that leads me to my next.
And these are babies in comparison to the
doesn't-
old woman on the panel.
Doesn't that lead us though to our next combo?
It kind of does.
You're so vain.
I'll bet you think
You
this
probably
song
think
is about you.
don't you? Don't you?
Don't you?
Well,
Okay.
So we're not too vain to sing that. 'cause
I'm
we
never
just
too vain to
did.
sing
Yeah.
anything. But friends, okay, so here's okay. I just have to tell you about this little thing that has been plaguing me for the last 2 weeks.
Tell us.
It's almost over. I can feel it. It's almost all the way gone. But
A canker? What?
yeah, it was a big canker
I know,
that
I saw you-
originated from
Your
a
anal gland.
You are so
I'm so
vain.
sorry.
I love it. And no,
Obviously, Patty's been gone for a while.
that she's so here. Okay. No, it was actually I kept biting my lip in the very
always,
same place.
always.
Right.
Yeah.
So the reason is that the reason I bit it originally is that, well, I had a new round of the Botoxing. And this go round, I had some on the lower lip added because, well, for years and years and years and years and years and years, I've been drinking my Diet Pepsis or whatever that I was drinking before from a straw. And so I
Might as
kinda-
well have just been smoking.
That's exactly right. So I have the wrinkles of a smoker right around my lips. And so I had a little bit, my normal on the top lip, but I had some on the bottom lip and I've never had it on the bottom lip. So it's been numb. So I kept catching it and biting it.
Yeah.
And biting it and biting it. And you know how you bite it once?
Oh
and
yeah,
for
then that's
days
the
after
end of that. Yeah.
so then it turned into a canker. So I just am adding in that, we have this, I have this, I've been thinking about this. I will next month be the speed limit in my age.
75.
Well, the speed limit.
Oh, 55. 55. I'm sorry. Yes, 55.
The speed limit.
I thought you meant
changes.
freeway. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That,
I've heard today.
I
just
Sammy
made me
Hagar.
laugh.
Sammy
Sammy
Hagar. Okay.
Hagar. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. That's it. No, I have my 55th, which I don't know how the some hell that even happened, but
Right.
apparently it's in a hot minute.
One day at a time. It happens
Apparently,
one day
it
at a time.
happens chronologically.
It happens chronologically at every 24 hours you move forward. So I, of course, have been doing this Botox and I keep, it's like, why am I doing this? Am I doing it because I'm trying to pretend I'm not aging? Am I trying to do it because of this, because of that? And it really is kind of this,
It's a slippery slope.
it's a slippery slope, right? Mm-hmm. So I have done a few processes and procedures over my time period in the last several years, some that have been way more
invasive
than just the Botoxing. And so I've been thinking, am I trying to fool myself or am I trying to fool others?
For me, it's myself, and I've been doing Botox for a long time. And
I remember
went
making
today.
fun of you early on.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Until she did it.
Until
and
I
then-
did
Well, once you do it, and then your forehead's moving, you're like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta get in my forehead."
Yeah,
I
I
showed
know.
an expression.
I know. So let's look at our foreheads
Yeah,
and go.
I
Do you
went
have movement?
today. I have no. Like, it's the least I can do right now because.
By the way, we're so happy you're here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can we hug and kiss?
Yes,
Yes,
we're hugging and
thank
kissing.
you.
If
I'm
you're
happy
not
to be here, too.
you're too bad for you because
Yep.
you're missing it.
I'm happy to be
Yeah.
here for sure. So we talked today about vanity and
Yeah.
what that's like and the maintenance at our age. There's a great book my mother-in-law gave me, and I'd heard about it before, but it's called I Hate My Neck and other things.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Nora Ephron, and
Yes.
she's the author of When Harry Met Sally
Yeah.
and
And
Sleepless in
also-
Seattle.
Just a
bunch of rom-coms.
Sleepless in Seattle.
The one about stilts, high shoes.
Stilettos and Yeah. That one.
Yes, yes.
So that book, it resonates absolutely.
Okay.
She wore turtlenecks. She hated her neck because necks will show your age.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
And no one
noticed
tells
mine.
us. Yeah.
I have so noticed mine in the last year and a half, and all the many years of being out on our boat and not putting
Décolletage.
sunscreen.
Is that what it says? Décolletage?
Well, that's a little lower, but it didn't, yeah.
I just
It'll
all
go
the
up.
years of no sunscreen and just thinking, no, I've got to have some skin or some tan skin because that
That's
looks
what's-
better tan
yeah.
than not.
Yeah.
Then white.
And
I go to the
so-
dermatologist 2 to 3 times a year because I've had melanoma. So I go and get every little thing. And I love it when he says, all I can see is just sun damage. Like, thank you.
That's all I want to see.
Thank
That's
you.
all I want you to
Besides
see.
all this sun damage, I'm like, I grew up in the 80s. We
Other
wore
than that,
baby
your skin's
oil.
We wore baby
gorgeous.
oil and
and
Crisco.
sizzled out there on
And-
the sidewalk.
Well,
Yeah.
and we had those tinfoil
Yes.
you
sun
put
the
blankets.
reflectors.
You
Reflector
put those
ba-
down
Yeah.
below
beds.
you, and then
Yeah.
baby oiled it up,
Yes.
and then laid there and
Yes.
sizzled like a fried
Yeah.
egg on
That's
the sidewalk.
That's
Yeah.
what we
You could
did.
hear it. You could
Yeah.
hear it sizzling.
Yeah, and redhead, white, I would fry. I only fried.
Oh well,
And when I got older, my skin was old enough that it would tan like leather.
so
that's
mine
nice.
has turned since
Yeah.
I moved to St. George, and then we got our boat.
Yeah. And my dermatologist said, do you have a pool or a boat? I'm like, we have a boat. Sell it. He goes, sell it right now. Well, And they called me
And
and
did
said,
you?
hey, that freckle was melanoma. You need to get in here tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm going to Lake Pelican. What about in a week and a half? I'll be back from Lake Pal, and then you can cut that out of my thigh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was like the real deal.
Yeah.
And we've actually had a couple of friends that have had that experience. You know, of course, I always say, okay, some of this has got to be part of sundowners too. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You mean-
the melanomas and the other
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
I'm just going to throw that out there for those of us that
Well,
love the sun and just say,
yeah.
we have a predisposition.
So we went to Lake Pal a lot with our kids were little,
Yes.
and my oldest is redhead, white skin,
Yeah.
just like us. And she was tipped to tell sunscreened hat, made her wear a t-shirt. And
While you were
yes,
totally
I was
sizzled up.
no, I by then I knew I was sunscreened and
my
and
boys
hat
were
and whatever.
covered, sunscreen, hat, long sleeve rash guards, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll put some on my face.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I didn't
I'll put some on my
do-
tattoo.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
what I was going to do. I was going to make sure my tattoo was covered. But anyway, go back to
No,
Dave.
I didn't sunscreen like I sunscreened my kids for sure, but I had already done all the damage probably. But even with all her efforts, she didn't get burned. I don't remember one time that she
Yeah.
was burned when we would come home from Lake Powell, but she had melanoma on her back a year ago.
Yeah.
And has a pretty gnarly scar.
She does.
Like
She looks
gnarly.
like she was in a knife fight.
this big of a
she
scar.
has a
Yeah.
story to tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, she could make it.
Yeah.
She could make a really killer story with that scar because
Yeah.
she's tough.
So I felt bad. It may or may not be genetic, but I'm like, I did everything. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah, and that's. I mean,
Because we know better and we do better, but when
then
we were
there's that
little,
whole-
it was all baby oil and tinfoil.
and Crisco up north. But
Well,
that's
and
kind
sun
of the
in
thing.
your hair,
Lemon.
lemon.
No,
But
not
that's
me.
the vanity thing. So, like, speaking of hair, well, my blue hair isn't quite natural.
What?
No, as much
Did you
as
know
I'd
that?
all
Did you know
like
that,
to
Patty?
First I'm
believe.
hearing about it.
I'm just going to flip it for you just a little bit. And, that's a process.
Well, yeah.
And then when I wash it, it's not like I can wash it all at once. And the amount of time that I spend washing, because I have to split it apart and blah, blah, blah. And if I didn't know me and I knew somebody else that did that, I would think, why?
Why would you spend that
Why
time?
would you do that? Why do you? So it's like, is it about me or is it about other people?
Well, what do you think the answer?
Yeah,
to
Well,
why-
that
for
is?
me, with the blue hair, it's definitely about me.
Well,
Yeah,
blue's your
I
favorite
think-
color.
yeah.
Blue's my favorite
I think
color.
that is, and but it's not just because it's your favorite color.
No, because honestly, what I've noticed in the last little while, and I haven't noticed this before, but I get a lot of like feedback about it. And I think it's because I can have it all year round now, where I used to only be able to have it in the summer. So I hear more comments about it.
Yeah.
And I, a lot of time, am like, ooh, I really shouldn't do my hair blue, because it's like, it feels artificial, because I do
Does
get
it?
because I do get so many comments. And I think,
If you didn't get comments and you were just choosing for you, what would you
well, I'd
choose?
still do it, because remember,
Yeah.
I've been doing it for over
Years.
a decade.
Yeah.
And you
I
like
didn't
it,
and I
right?
love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, okay. That sounds vain too, that I love the color of my hair. That
no,
sounds really
actually,
vain. But
for me, I don't think that sounds vain. I think there's a difference between just saying that this is a way for me to own and differentiate myself from maybe other people that feels really true to me.
yeah,
I don't
it feels
know.
normal to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I very much. It would be weird for me to see you without that,
Yeah. And I,
because I think it is just, that's Jill.
I just, the last little while, I've thought to myself, maybe just for like health sake and safety sake and like time's sake, and maybe I should just like let that go.
Yeah.
Well,
And
would it be hard to let it go and see how you feel? And if you decided,
Oh.
I miss it, you
But
could
I
always
already,
come back.
but that's the thing. It's like I already kind of know how I'd feel.
It's crazy how hair can define a person.
It makes
It's a big deal.
yeah. It's almost like I don't know what it's almost like, but it's like I don't see my hair as blue. If that makes any
Right, I just
sense.
see your
It's
hair as
just my
your hair is you.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
my hair.
But even after I had COVID, I lost all the hair on this side.
Yeah. Just on one
on
side.
just this one side. It just broke. It just broke off
Right.
and didn't grow. So this was like last May.
Oh my goodness.
And so I tried to keep the other side short and then tried
yeah.
to
Balance that out.
to balance it out, which is kind of still in that vanity type of thing, because really, why wouldn't I just cut it all off? But I just couldn't even imagine that and tried to coax it.
Yes.
Come on, little
Yeah,
hairs.
let's take
You
all the
can do
biotin
this.
and let's fluff it as much as we can,
Yes.
because that is really, that's a thing too.
It is a
right?
thing, right?
And so there's the Botox thing now. So I've got I've definitely got my Botox thing now, and as I like to remind myself, it makes me feel better about doing that I that I get called a conservative consumer when I go in and get shot up.
Yeah, yeah. I don't do all.
What
the
does that
things
mean?
either. That
It
just means
means
like you're not doing all the things,
Like all of the spots
all
that
the-
you could do. Like,
or the
There
other.
is a place in your world where you are classified as
can you
the
believe
conservative.
it? I know. Maybe that's why
And
I
are
hold on
you
to it.
proud of that, or are you like, oh, I better have some more?
No.
Or
I
you're
like
owning
that.
it.
I like it. I think of it as, oh, okay. See, it's all right. It's just a little bit.
So
Interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, there's like injections. I go to Orange Theory and I'm on the treadmill. I just do this.
If you're not watching,
that
she is
sounds-
taking her fingers
and
and
pulling
she's
her-
lifting
I'm like,
her
I just-
chin line up towards her ear line.
Like I just need a little threading. If I could just get a threading.
No, you just need to get Scotch tape like they did in what was
yes,
the show?
yes.
What was the show?
Death Becomes Her.
I don't remember, but it was something
So-
where that's what they did was they taped up.
One of the things about the word vein, I want to read this definition because I would say, I don't know that I am totally like this, but having or showing an excessively high opinion of your appearance, abilities, or worth,
Oh, that's none of us in this room for
like
sure. I would
proud
say
of your
no.
own appearance. So being proud of your own appearance. So let's break that down really quick.
Yeah, let's break that down because I
I
don't
am
see.
concerned about my appearance.
Yeah.
Because I want to appear to be clean and I want to appear to be care about how I present myself. And
I wanna be put together.
I want to be put together. And
Right.
I also believe that the more put together I am, the more believable I am, the more accepted I am,
How
the
about
more
the more you
respected they am,
feel?
the more confident I feel.
Yes.
Confident I feel for sure.
Yeah. How more?
And maybe that is
I don't
vain
think
in
that's
a way.
I don't think that's excessive. I really don't. I think all of us probably have that at some level, you know.
Right.
Would you I think it's vanity if you are willing to sacrifice something else that you believe is important in order to get that thing.
Yeah.
So what about my surgery
On
my school teacher arms?
So here's my thoughts about it, and it wasn't always like this, but I came to this about 20 years ago. Is if it makes you feel good and confident and better about yourself, do it.
And you do things that you would have maybe not done before, things that are positive for you, then I say do it.
Yeah, like if you feel like you would feel better about yourself if you had a nose job, then go get a nose job if you can afford it.
Patty, why did you look at me when you said that?
No, I did. I was just trying to look back and forth. No,
That's because I'm sitting
that's not
4
it.
feet away and my nose still hits the microphone.
No. So my mom never came downstairs without her makeup and hair done.
Yeah.
You know, that was an
Right.
important thing. You know, you
Yeah.
always wear clean underwear in case you have to go to the hospital. Why
Which
wouldn't-
I
why
can
wouldn't
attest
you
to
wear
that.
clean underwear anyway?
I can attest to
I
that.
don't know why you have to suggest that. Just
I-
are
right.
people walking around without clean underwear?
I've always been it's always been a thing. Wear clean underwear, and then I was in that head-on collision where I got hit by a van
right.
doing 55.
Did you have?
And I did have clean underwear on, and I remember thinking as they were cutting off my jeans.
Oh, thank God I'm in clean
Thank
underwear.
God I'm in clean underwear. No, not even thank God I'm in clean underwear. Was like, oh my gosh, I am so glad that's something that I always do. This is what they were talking about.
This, you
as
never
I am
know.
strapped
Yeah.
down because they thought I had a broken neck. That is 100% what I thought about.
Right. Sean, do we have Facebook comments loaded up at all by
Not
chance?
at all.
Okay.
It's been a cluster, so I just gave up on it.
Okay. That's fine. Well, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I just wondered if I could look on my phone if we had any, because I think,
I think it's an issue that, honestly, if you really think about it and examine some of the things that you do, I think it comes down to what is driving your choices and behavior. And if what is driving your choices and
that you or me?
behavior,
Who is that?
I don't know.
I think it's you.
I don't think it's
off.
me.
It's magic, whatever it is.
I think if what's driving that is some perceived.
That's you,
Oh, that's
Patricia.
you.
That's me. That's
Oh
me.
my gosh! What the heck?
Ladies,
it's off, it's off.
focus on the talking, not the listening.
Yeah.
Turn off the listening. Do the talking.
We're just trying to find the
no.
Facebook
I
comment.
just because we can't see him on the screen. Scott, of course.
Of course.
Thank you, Scott Porn.
My honey.
On a good day, my sweats match the colors my T-shirt and my hair is combed. Is
On
that
a
vain?
very good day.
That's a
yes,
very
Scott,
good
that's
day.
vain.
Yeah.
No,
Oh
No,
my
that's not
gosh.
vain.
no, and
No.
I honestly feel like being kept up. You know, you're keeping up with your gray, or if you want, if you don't,
Or
whatever.
in my case, making sure my brows are done.
yeah. There should be 2 eyebrows, and I'm looking at you, but I'm not looking at you because you don't have 2 eyebrows, okay? But I mean, at school, I do public service announcements all the time like that. Just letting you know, when we talk about the hair in your cochlea, we're not talking about hair coming out of your ears. That needs to be
Gone.
You should not
There's
have
a
hair
nice
in your
little-
ears.
There's a nice little tool you can get.
You should have 2 eyebrows, and if you see nose hairs coming out your nose, those also should go away.
Yeah. So talk to your dad.
Yeah, take that.
Or your mom.
Manscape.
Or your mom, for that matter.
Manscape some of that shit up.
I
Yeah.
used to have the boys manscaped when they were tweens because it was like, you got to get in this
Yeah.
habit.
Yeah.
It doesn't work now. They are like,
We don't
could
care.
give a crap less, but
Well, I think sometimes I wonder, like, why are your people not telling you about eyebrows.
Your people.
Who's in charge of your eyebrows?
people.
Like, clearly.
You need to fire your people and hire some
Yes.
new people.
I know.
This is
And you can spend too much energy
Right.
and time on all that.
right.
Too. Yeah.
Well,
there's-
and money too, right?
Oh my gosh,
And
yeah.
so I honestly, like, I could do my brows always, but now I honestly cannot see. And you guys know
It's
how
hard.
blind I am.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
I have
getting
to
there
be
more and
2
more.
inches away from the mirror to
Yeah.
even see. Which means I have to have one of those with the arm to come up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm so close that I can't see
Yeah.
my brows. So I have to go see Megan because otherwise I'd have bushwhackers. Because now with my hormones,
we call them Klungervix.
They call them what?
Klungervix.
We call them Klungervix.
Is that you call them that? Okay, based
You're,
on
you're
what?
friends,
Yeah.
okay. Are they
based
the,
on a person.
are they the ones? Are they the ones?
They're
that-
Daddy just added a person.
Yeah, they're out. Like some
Yeah.
of them are like
They're all over the
forward
place.
and up and sideways.
Yeah.
I used to tell my parents, you gotta get that crap cleaned
Yeah, just
up,
trim it.
And so that was what I did for them, and I can't see.
And I need my
Oh, and
kids
the
are pretty
whisker
good
thing.
at pointing out my flaws.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to. I go see Megan every 3 weeks because I have. In fact, I noticed one this morning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, make it
That's
fit.
all I can see right now.
I know. See, it's
No,
waving at
it's
you.
not true.
It's
Almost
waving at
touching
you.
me. It's touching me.
And I'm 5 feet
like-
away.
That's like my Fu Manchu
Yeah.
chin hair.
So, maybe people don't know, but I'm doing chemotherapy right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And my son-in-law said to me, "So, when you do chemotherapy and your hair's gone, will your mustache go too?" Thank you.
So he
you,
doesn't.
Kyle.
Is this Austin
He
or
can't
Christian?
visit you.
Kyle.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
he
Kyle's like,
can't
"Is your
visit you
mustache
any
also
longer.
going to
Is
go
that
away?"
right?
That's right. He said that the other day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Will your mustache
He
go
did
away
say,
too?
He did say, well, at least your mustache is gone.
Yeah, at least your mustache is gone now.
Yeah. Well,
Thank
he's
you.
always looking for the bright side of things
Yes,
for you.
yes. yeah.
Side of the
Yeah.
street.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of vanity, as a 53-year-old in our 50s and 60s, the maintenance is outrageous. Outrageous. And
You know,
that's
babies out there, you don't know what's
Right.
in store for you.
You take the money that you spend on your kids.
and then you
you
move
have
it
to
over
move it
to
over
a
to
maintenance plan.
a maintenance plan.
A monthly payment to maintain.
and it's
It
a
is-
minimal payment.
Yeah.
It's a minimal payment.
It's
You've got a
ridiculous.
huge balance. Yeah.
So,
So it's house cleaning and it's facial hair.
facial hair. I reading that book by Nora Ephron.
Yeah.
I hate my neck.
I hate my neck. And she talks about the maintenance. And I'm going to list off the people I have that
Okay.
that bring this to you.
All of this.
And they're
So-
well worth it. I'm going
are.
to say that. But go ahead.
but
Patty.
I want you to think for a second. What if I wasn't doing this, and then what you guys would be left
I
with?
would be scared.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
a troll.
Well, wait
So-
till you see my Fu Manchus when
You've
they're
got-
out of control.
Yeah, I've got my eyebrow girl.
Yeah.
Yes, and she also does my chin
Yes.
and mustache. Thank you.
Kyle.
Because chemo doesn't get that, Kyle.
No, but I actually don't have to shave my legs.
oh.
I know it is kind of nice that way, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have to because of menopause too.
Oh,
Postmenopause. I have patchy spots. That's it.
okay.
But anyway, I digress.
So you've got eyebrow girl, you got eyelash girl.
Yep.
for sure.
I have pedicure person.
Yes. Yes.
I have manicure nail person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I have Botox person.
Yes.
Now I have wig person.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everyone else has hair person. I just don't
Yes.
have any hair right. Well, I have spotchy hair.
Right.
So today's my first day with a wig.
And we love
Right.
it.
And you look lovely.
And if
We
you're looking
love it.
live, you probably can't tell live.
No.
But
but
on
now
the screen.
everyone's
but
going to look.
I know.
Yeah,
I
'cause
know.
they're gonna watch
Everybody
the
get
video.
on. Yeah,
I'm not-
it'll be our biggest show ever
I
with
know.
people going on to see it.
So, and I'm vain about. I'm like not vain. I'm insecure about a wig because when I see someone with a wig, I'm all wonder why they're wearing a wig. And if I know they aren't doing chemo and they're just wearing a wig,
How would you know that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
We
I don't know.
guess.
I
We
don't know.
guess.
We
Right?
guess.
We guess.
But and I'm like, is it better to wear a wig? Do I feel better wearing a wig, or would I feel better like with no hair. Like I literally have like 4.
They're cute hairs.
It's teeny tiny hair, and I've got bald spots right now, and it's
but
fine.
it's cute.
It's fine either way. So, yeah, it's a trick. It's tricky.
Yeah.
And then, are you wearing the right clothes? Are you wearing clothes that are hip and young enough?
Without looking too young.
Without looking like, why are you wearing that? You're 53.
Right.
What do you want to do?
I just want to go back to my 30s. I
Okay,
liked my
do not.
30s.
Did you like your 30s?
I did
What
like my
about the
30s.
40s? Talk to me about the 40s. Because I'd go back to the late 40s.
Absent my time
40s were
machine.
okay.
Absent my time machine.
Okay.
And given where you are for real, what would you like to do?
Well, I have a girlfriend that did chemo twice and went bald. And she just walked around bald.
Yeah.
And I do not have that sort of bravery
Yet.
yet. I may at one point.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of itchy.
Yeah.
And I told you about
You might very well have
a
that.
person I know who wore it for a while and it was miserable.
And she finally just said, I
And
can't.
she just said,
don't
I
care."
cannot
Yeah.
do this
Yeah.
anymore.
So I bought an ice cap. So I've done chemo one time. I'm doing it tomorrow. And you wear the ice cap, which is painful. In fact, when you take it off 8 hours later, ice fell off my head. And it's supposed to slow down chemo getting to your hair follicles. So you still will lose hair, but you might not lose all your hair, which I haven't lost all my hair, but it's pretty
It's
thin.
enough, though,
It's
that-
it's pretty rough. And now I'm like, do I even care about it? But I
Right.
spent all this money on it, and I'm going to wear it tomorrow because if I can keep the hair I have, it'll be easier when it grows in 6 or so months. But I don't know. It's hard to know. And I feel good today, and when you don't feel good, you just don't care.
You
I don't
just
care
don't
at
care.
all. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Right.
So I don't think you have to decide right now. I think you just get to
Day by day.
day by day and decide what you want to decide when you want to decide it.
Right.
Because you get to. That's
Yeah.
That's
That's part
that's
of
the one benefit.
And
Yep.
I have to take my jacket off because there's another thing about me right now is
You're a
Flat
voyeurist.
hotches.
I cannot balance my temperature. I'm hot,
Yeah.
cold, hot, cold, hot. I'm hot, cold all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. So I
All
mean,
night.
it's just,
Covers on. Covers on.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just amazing how different chemos affect different
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
different ways, right?
Yeah.
Because Scott is never hot; he's always,
Always
just
cold.
cold. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you've got on top of that other elements that play into it that affect your temperature gauges
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
I don't have hormones
Yeah.
being
Yeah,
Yeah.
populated.
Yeah.
right.
So, vanity,
Yes.
we do all these things. We
Right.
diet. We
curse ourselves for
curse
a
ourselves.
diet.
We shame
Right.
ourselves. We guilt ourselves. We spend money on stuff so we don't have wrinkles. And there was this line in a movie, and I think it was the movie with Kevin Costner and they were Coast Guard. And she was sitting, this lady and Kevin Costner were sitting together, and she said something about, I don't want my youth back. See these lines right here are from A Million Smiles. And these lines right here are from watching a million sunsets or whatever.
Wow.
And I was like, I want to feel that.
Yeah.
Why are we fighting it so hard? And I'm not mad. I mean, I'm here for the fight.
Right.
Oh, for sure,
Right.
Yeah.
for sure. But you
And-
haven't had to be in that question necessarily before. This might give you the opportunity to be in that question, and there's nothing wrong with just being in the question.
But I mean, why are we in the fight to keep our youth as far as
You know what?
our eyebrows and
your
eyelashes
psychology,
and our
you're a psych major, right? So
yeah.
you know survivability is the most driving human,
yeah, absolutely
right? So I think at some level it comes back to that, and I think for women in particular, that mystique of beauty or whatever we make that mean is uniquely tied to aging, and therefore survivability. right?
Yeah. I
And
agree.
Think of it this way too, because I kind of think of it this way. I don't feel a month away from a speed limit.
No.
And so if a little shot here and a little shot there and a little snip there and a little snip there,
If it gives you
helps
confidence.
me to have do I need that for confidence? Well, I don't know, but at the same time,
Self-esteem, self-worth, feeling like
or
yourself.
feeling like myself.
Yeah.
That's really
See, I don't think
right
that's
there.
vanity. I don't.
I don't either.
Feeling like myself is really. So we talked about my blue hair before. It's just my hair, right?
Yeah.
Blue is just my hair.
Yeah.
That feels like myself.
Blue is my hair. Is that a song?
Blue.
If I was green, I would die if I was green.
Kermit the Frog.
I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. If I was green, I am blue. What is? I don't know for sure. Sean loves all of this.
All of it.
All of it.
He
I have a
every
blue hair
time.
story I have to share with
Oh,
you.
share it.
Years ago, my brother and I were still going to church. My brother was going through his phase, and so he was doing different hairstyles, different colors. He had fireman's red mohawk hair
Oh, that's so cool.
while serving the sacrament.
I love it.
I
And
love
so
it.
there was a few. There were.
Yeah. There were
So-
eyebrow lifts.
Yeah. So he leaned over
Unless
to my mom
they
at
had
one time
Botox.
and says, "Mom, this is middle of church." He's like, "I've decided I'm going to dye my hair blue next.
To which she replied,
You will do no such thing.
Yeah.
my
You
dad.
will do no
Of
such
course
thing."
My dad.
And so my brother points, "Look at all the old ladies in the front row. They
That's
do it."
right.
Yeah.
Do you know that, Sean, to tie into that story, because that is 100% my reality. When I was in junior high school, I used to dye my big, long flock of seagull bang thing that came down, and my little punk rock hair. And my dad one time came home and saw it and said, "Don't you ever."
Why was that,
that
tied
again.
to sin?
I don't know. But so then what I did was I'd wait till he'd go to work, and then I would and I used food coloring, right?
Yeah.
And then I had to wash it out before he came home from work. And I guess one day I left a droplet or something in the bathroom, and he found it, saw it, and lost his marbles. So even then, it's like it's just like it's who a person is or isn't.
Well,
Yeah.
Even then, which was 40 some odd years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
And
Well, and your blue hair doesn't define you, but
No.
you like it.
I do.
you
I
like
do.
it.
I'm
And-
just a
and it's
blue-haired
not-
lady
yeah.
before I'm an actual
It's not
blue-haired lady.
Yeah,
It
you're
doesn't-
just.
It doesn't hurt
Right.
anybody. It isn't infringing on anybody
And
else.
it
It
doesn't.
isn't.
I
It
think
doesn't
that's
make
the
me not pay
same.
attention to other
Right,
things.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. I think it just leads to the whole idea of, are we judging ourselves by our cover? Are we letting others judge ourselves by our cover?
Yeah.
And does our cover match who we are?
Yeah. I think if
And
it's true for you.
I think if it's true as well.
yeah.
So I had someone talk to me about, I'm like, I just don't want people to like, why are you wearing a wig? Or, oh, your hair's thinning. And they
Wondering
said,
what that is.
You shouldn't care what other people think. And yes,
Well,
we
that's
all
true,
do. We all
but-
do.
right,
We all
that's
do.
a hard thing.
Yeah. And,
It's a
but
reality.
honestly, I care about how I feel with you hardly any hair, because I feel like I have had red hair. My dad goes to coffee with a guy who's in chemo too, and my dad was saying, "Yeah, my daughter's losing her hair," and he's like, "Yeah, I lost a lot of hair." And I said to my dad, Did he have pretty long red hair?" And he goes, "Well, no." I'm like, "Then he can shut up."
That's right, because it's been
yeah.
it's been a signature for you,
Yeah, yeah.
especially red hair.
Got
is
made fun of it as
uncommon.
a,
Here,
as a
my
child.
sassy redhead.
Nobody liked
It
red
is
hair as a kid.
unique
It was the
part
worst.
of your identity. So it means something uniquely to you. What it means to other people doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
to you, it means something to you. So you're the only one that can decide that. Nobody else has voice in that.
And that choice.
yeah, nobody else
Except
has
for
voice in that.
It's the trick
Except
to
the people that love you.
It's the trick for you to let the voices go. And that's the hardest thing for me.
It is
Right,
the
right.
hardest.
In all
It is.
things.
Right.
In all things. The ruminations in the head.
Yeah.
Always.
So I would have to say that we are not vain.
No.
I'm not vain.
I would have to say we care about how we present ourselves.
Yeah.
And our kids aren't starving if we pay for Botox or whatever we're doing, or color our hair, or buy a wig or whatever. And if anyone out there is doing anything that makes them feel better about themselves, and that's the reason they're doing it,
then
do it.
Who are we to judge?
absolutely. Then it's not for anyone
we to
else to
judge?
judge that. And if they are, then it's none of their business.
Right.
No.
Being natural is no better than
Being natural,
being
smelly
whatever.
sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is. And you know what? If that makes a person feel comfortable, then
Have at it.
good on them.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
You do you.
Yep.
But those of you that are younger and listening as you age, those maintenance people,
That
all
stuff's
that we listed
real.
off,
That-
it is real.
That is a
I didn't
money-making
always have an
industry.
eyebrow person
Nope, I
or
didn't
an
either.
eyelash person.
And
or
I will say, I have the same nail and pedicure person. So narrow it down
so
when
that's
you
just
can.
one. Yeah.
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 Combine them where you can.
Right, right.
Oh, and the eyebrow and the facial.
Well, and some people get waxed in places I don't. Some people do that. So
That's a
another
whole
person.
other
That's a
conversation
whole
for
other
another
person.
show. So,
Hey, you're beautiful.
yeah, you are.
However
It's
you
great
are.
to talk
You
about
do
it.
you.
Thank you, Miss Patty.
They
We
love
are
you.
Thanks
so
for
happy
letting
to
me
have
back
you.
on.
Oh,
Oh,
stop
well, it was
it.
really a conversation whether we would or not, but finally,
I don't blame you.
here you are. We love you. Thank you, everyone.
Yay.
Bye.
You guys. Love you, Patricia. Love you,
For sure, yes.
Love you guys. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks for listening to It's a Great Day to Talk.
Be sure to follow and subscribe to us on your favorite podcast platform.
And until next week,
Get out there and talk.
This has been a production from a podcast studio.